Oh, you can go ahead and mark the time. I'm on time. Mark the date. I'm on time. None of this technological nonsense, which is probably going to happen now that I said that. And probably shouldn't have said that, but I did. So here we go. Glad to have you here. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is in other news. There's a ton going on, and stay tuned because in the next day or two, I am loaded for bear. It is very rare in my media career that you get me like this, but I'm going to be like this, and I am like this right now. If I'm going to take a couple of days to expose BMO Bank, I am not happy. I'm not happy because kids are involved and educators are involved, and I am loaded for bear. So I'm going to give them a couple of days to make things right. If they don't, then we're going to have a little talk about exactly what went down. This is absolute insanity, absolute crazy. Anyway, yes. Oh, you pushed the wrong button. Yeah, exactly. Hi, I pushed the wrong button. I didn't push the wrong button. I'm here on time, baby. Right on time. Here we go. I know, even pushing buttons and everything, producing the own show. Yeah, it's fun times. They had me for a second. Donald John Trump is announcing his cabinet, who he's appointing as is certain appointees in his cabinet. And I was applauding the list. I went right past Stefanik. I'm not a fan of Stefanik. I think that she did exactly what she needed to and kiss the right boots and say the right things. And she knew that she would be escalated to a pretty high position, and she was. I don't think it's the right position. I don't think it's the right person, but you know something, I'm not Donald Trump. So here we go, right? I don't think that she's going to be the last that we see that's appointed to such a position for such activities, like just talking about stolen election. Okay, we're not gonna see the end of that. We're gonna see a lot of people that had done that, i.e., Carrie Lake, get elevated to higher positions. It's just gonna happen. I think these are amazing picks down the road. I'm not really I don't know. Help me out with this. What do you think about Kristi Noem as Secretary of Homeland Security? I don't know if I'm a fan of that one. I really don't. I just don't. What's up, James? Rhonda, how you doing, everybody? Mr. Holmes. I wanted someone like a Sheriff Lamb. There are former acting secretaries of Homeland Security who I am a huge fan of that I've had on the show several times. These seem like better picks than Kristi Noem. And I just think that okay, I'll get to that in a moment, Rhonda. That's definitely something we need to talk about. I don't know if that's the right pick, because Trump usually picks people that are very good looking. And we're going to get to two very good looking people in his cabinet, and I mean very good looking people. First of them, of course, is Governor Noem. Not a border state person, no military background, not a lot of diplomatic background. It's an interesting choice. I don't know if she's going to be the final pick at it, but we're going to see. We're going to see how she does, and we wish her well. Anyone can do better than that absolute criminal worm, Alejandro Mayorkas. Anyone can. Literally anyone can. He could have picked anyone that wasn't even a name that you knew. He could have picked anyone. He could have picked someone he could have picked Biden. Biden would have done a better job than Alejandro Mayorkas. Kamala Harris would have done a better job than Alejandro Mayorkas. What a weasel. So anyway, we'll see what Kristi Noem has to do there. Yeah. James, I don't disagree with that. Or at least somewhere in law enforcement, right? Yeah. Some kind of knowledge of the system. But then it came across the wire, and I was like, oh, come on, dude. By the way, Huckabee in Israel, fantastic. Good move. I'm like, come on, bro. Why? Really? Fox News? Really? Saturday show? Pete Hegseth? To run our military? Come on, buddy. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. I was blown away. I was like, you, Donald Trump, what are you doing, man? You gonna give all of Fox and Friends a gig up there too? I was just absolutely loaded for bear. And then I took a deep breath. And I was like, wait a second. I think that dude's military. So I go back and I start looking at this guy and I'm like, oh my God, he's perfect. He is everything we need. Whoa. Okay. 2 tours, 3 stations, and 2 Bronze Stars. Hello. Not a 4-star general, but why would we want one? Hadn't worked yet. Nothing has worked in our favor. We've either been in endless damn wars or we've had DEI botched removals from Afghanistan. That's what 4-star colonels have gotten us. Okay. Let's take a look at this guy. Watch the podcast this morning with him. Holy mackerel. Pete's a stud. And Pete has a great book. Pete is he's wildly well spoken. His tattoo is his Latin tattoo in there stands for God wills it. I like this guy. I'm a fan. And this is just the outsider kind of cat that we need. He doesn't buy into this whole nonsense of, we need to drop the standards for, frontline battle, combat, or special forces just because some certain people aren't doing well in the physical tests and all that. No, he's like, no, that's the best of the best of the best, sir. It's what it is. And Pete's the guy that can take us there. Telling you, man. He is probably, I think so far, his best pick. I think it's fantastic. But then you look at the women of The View, of course, the day without the women of The View would be like a day without sunshine. Listen to this. This is how stupid and ignorant Whoopi Goldberg is. She is more dangerous than anyone they said about Donald Trump, anything they said about Donald Trump, anyone that they say Donald Trump's going to nominate. This is how dumb she is. Listen.
Is the guy who's qualified to make decisions about the most powerful military in the world, who clearly does not know anything about the military.
Clearly does not know anything about the military. Multiple tours, 2 Bronze Stars. The dude's a stud and has spent his entire career advocating for veterans and the military.
So I feel insulted. I'm a morning TV host. And I've been here the longest.
Yes.
Where's my ambassadorship to Italy, Donald? Was it something I said?
Beyond what he's saying just about women, the scary part is the Secretary of Defense is the highest ranking member of the federal cabinet, and there is a budget of $841 billion. It's the largest government agency. It operates 4,800 sites in over 160 countries.
Oh, look, she went to Wikipedia before she started the show. This is fantastic.
And as someone who right now, we stand here with a country that has a lot of turmoil in the Middle East, in Russia and Ukraine.
Brought to us by the military being run by 4-star generals, by career generals that wore their business. That's what it brought us. And you say, we just keep it going? She's actually going to say, we should just keep that going. Listen.
Even in Asia with China, it makes me more than a little worried that you're picking someone who has, he served for 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6, 20. Okay, but 5 or 6, fine, go for that.
Mid-ranking, never has worked in the government. And you can say the government's bureaucratic and get an outside person that's going to clean it up, but it hasn't been cleaned up yet. And therefore, you have to understand the place you're going into to operate it at its most efficient capacity.
So this schmuck, this slappy just said, yes, it's broken, but you have to trust the people that broke it to at least be in there until it's fixed. Someone want to explain that to me? You want to help me out with that one? Huh? Holy crap. One of the best sayings, and Rob will repeat this verbatim to you because I said it so many damn times to him. You always do what you always done. You always get what you always got. Period. Same action, same results. You always do what you always done. You always get what you always got. Same, put the same bozos in there. Guess what's going to happen? Get the same results. Put someone new in there. We're going to see what happens. I mean, that dude is military first. I mean, he's talking about veterans first. He is armed forces first. He's not war first. He's take care of our people, take care of our military, figure out why the hell somebody needs to figure this out. Homeland Security, Noem, you better be listening. Why the hell China owns the majority of land around our military installations? that about? Is that okay? Has no administration ever heard of eminent domain? We can take that back. We just got to pay them for it. Fine. I think everybody would say, we'll kick in. We'll pay them for it. We'll buy that land back. Let's go. Yeah. Never worked in the government as a plus. Amen, Grizz. It's true. Never worked at, so he was a morning show host. Can you imagine that? By the way, Whoopi and Joy are most likely not going to get renewed by ABC because of their toxicity. That's the word around town. It's exactly why we have a president-elect that's a reality show host. He's a real estate developer and a TV show host. He'd been on Oprah. I mean, come on. Oprah and the entire crew of The View begged him, including Baba Wawa, to run for president of the United States because he's an outsider. He's somebody that can make a difference. And now, like, clutching their pearls. Pete Hegseth he's never been in politics. He's never been in the government. Yeah, that's right. Never been in the government. Joy Reid had a heyday with this. She thought this was hilarious. Because now we have an entire country that's America last. I got to tell you, when we understood that somehow 81 million Americans showed up and voted for a man running for office in his basement reading teleprompters, we realized, okay, kids, hold on tight. Hold on tight. All right, let's figure this out. Let's get through these 4 years. Maybe it won't be that bad. We had no idea how bad it was going to be. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. We now have half the country rooting against America, rooting against the president of the United States, rooting against his cabinet, rooting against anyone he is nominating, rooting against anything that he is for. We have half of this country that has now turned to failure in America is their success. America's failure is their triumph. And it's evidenced by this Pete Hegseth nomination. I think it's fantastic. You know what he said in the podcast I was listening to was fascinating to me. 100% record. War games in the Pentagon, U.S. versus China. 100%. China. In the war games in the Pentagon, we have never beat China in the last, 4 or 5 years. In the war games they play, the simulations they run, we ain't beating China. Again, you always do what you always done. You always get what you always got. So I don't like what we always got right now. I don't, because I'm afraid for our national security. I truly, truly am. And that's one of the when people, why'd you vote for Trump? One of the reasons is national security. We have Antony Blinken and Alejandro Mayorkas protecting our great nation. And General Milley? Lloyd Austin? Please. Vulnerable as all get out. That's why I voted. It's one of the main reasons I voted for Donald John Trump. And this move scared the crap out of me at first. Now I'm feeling pretty damn good about it. Yeah. Yeah, let's actually get to this. I want to get to a few of the comments here because you guys are playing pretty hard over here. I like that. All right. What's wild is these are the same people who loved on Don John Trump for decades until he ran as a Republican. I don't even know if he ran as a Republican. I think it's just that he ran because they know he's a Democrat. They know who he was. If these people had half a brain as Democrats, they would look at Donald John Trump running for the first time as a Republican and going, well, that doesn't make any sense. That makes perfect sense. He's doing it so he could either shill a book or he's doing it because he could probably get pretty far in the thing here because they'll love him. But we know who he is if they had half a brain in their head. Trump will call you when he needs a secretary of complaining to and abusing hourly staff members at Target and Kohl's. Come on. Call me. I don't know about all that. No. Secretary of complaining to and abusing hourly staff members at Target and Kohl's. What? I don't even know where that came from, buddy, but still funny. Yeah, never worked in the government is definitely a plus. If the left doesn't like the pick, that means it's a good pick. But Mike, I'm not, buddy, telling you. There's some onto it. Some onto it. It's like if both sides don't like a piece of legislation, you're like, that's probably the best thing America could, that's best shot for America right there. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah, so let's see what else we got here. Let's get to a little bit of that. Whoa, break there. I'm not pushing buttons. Yeah, my man Pete, dig that. Let's see what Brendan had here. Call it Joy and Whoopi. An adult. Oh, these pansy asses need to go visit another country and see how people live. Yeah, and how they're treated. In all of the world, no place I'd rather live. Amen, Chris. Thank you for saying that. Here's the gig. And this is the thing about, women's rights are going to be infringed upon with Donald John Trump. Okay? There is no other more privileged group of women than the United States. Period. You go all around the world, the most privileged women in all of the world live here in the United States of America, still to this day. And after Donald John Trump is gone, same, even more so. Yeah, Mike, 20 years serving, the girls there on The View, they to blow that off. Yeah, what, 4 or 5 years? All right, what do we got here, buddy? So we have the same people over and over and over again. No wonder, well, there's such a small percentage of people who have any trust in any of them. It's true. I've always asked that. Why does our government have a 17% approval rating, and that's being generous, but a 90% incumbent reelection rate? Again, like we talked about the last week, emotional equity. It's the emotional equity that we have. No call. Let's talk about. I'm getting there, Rhonda. I'm coming there. Hang tight. Okay, let's talk about this. And then we do have some other stuff to get to, but we get to this. All right. Whoa, sorry about that. Here we go. Let's talk about lost friends and family due to last week. Hold on. I'm sorry. What am I saying here? They don't realize health insurance mandates what they can do with you. Amen to that. I'm with you on that one. 100%. Okay, let's get to it, Rhonda. You lost a pal because you lost family members or friends, and I think a lot of us have. And I'll be honest with you, there was a solid rift between me and the liberal wing of my tribe, and that's where a lot of talk, a lot of discussion, a lot of love, a lot of realization, a lot of clarity really came into play. And it was really cool. So thank goodness all bridges are mended there. So what did you say here? You said you just learned last night that you lost somebody that you considered a friend due to the outcome of last week. Man, I got to tell you, you're not alone in this. You're not in any way alone in this. And this is my cameras now. Look at this. Look at that. See? Whoa. Okay, everybody, hold on, camera. What is Ozzy down there? Ozzy. I don't know where he is. He's messing with me. I can't write anything. This is happening all over the world. This is happening. I'm sorry, all over the nation. It really is. I don't think that that we're going to be able to talk anyone down until they turn off the TV. I'm being serious. You're gonna not convince people that can walk away from their family and friends unless your family and friends, as those people, walk away from the television. Stop scrolling. Get out of their algorithm. You're going to because all they are going to say, it doesn't matter. It could be Pete Hegseth, it could be Stefanik, it could be Noem, it could be Huckabee. They will find that Joy Reid, The View, MSNBC are losing their bleeping minds, and they will formulate their opinion on that and basically think you are an idiot because these authorities are telling them otherwise. A friend from high school lost a friend he'd had since preschool. Oh, just okay. And how do you deal with that? I love you. That's it. I love you. You can hate me all you want. Look, I get you're hurt right now. I get you're emotional over this. I love you. That's all there is to it. And that should be all that matters, is that I love you. I voted for me and my country. I didn't vote for your feelings. I didn't. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, if I voted for Trump and Kamala won, we wouldn't be losing each other as friends, would we? No. Yeah. I see, Grizz. My nephew asked me if I will protect him when the military comes to kill him in his. And it's sad. It's your nephew, Grizz. You're like, I love you, kid. Sure. What do you say to that? Yes, actually, I will. I'll be the first one there. Give me a shout. Okay. Get outside, talk to people, touch grass, reset with nature. By all means, turn off the devices. I'm telling you. I think this. I don't think she's going to mind if I say it. I don't think she'll mind. One of Queen Bee's thoughts, at least for next year, is to just turn social off for the year. See what happens. She said, except for Pinterest. There's a lot of good like fashion ideas and whatnot there. Pinterest apparently is the thing. But to turn that off, I think would cure a lot of our ills. Yeah, it really, really will. I think it's great. I learned vocally supporting. Hold on, it's Brendan. So let me just go put it up here. I think it's great. I learned, leaned into vocally supporting Trump even more. Actually, around a few people that do. Dead weight. That's right. Yeah, they're like non-essential workers. Remember this? Essential and non-essential workers. We have essential friends and non-essential friends. That's what. The trimming. Oh, Holmes, that's fantastic. It shall be known as the trimming. Oh, shows going to college doesn't always make you smarter. Amen to that. I'm so proud of Nuge, and we might cut out just a few minutes early because Nuge is on his way over, and I'm very proud of him because he's like, yeah, Dad, I know Beans is going to college and she wants to get a doctorate and she has a specific plan, career path, and she wants to do that. I want to probably be in the military or trades. And I'm like, damn right you do. Proud of you, kiddo. Very, very proud of you. But how can you not look at, if I told you Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are heading to Washington, D.C. to head up DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, you would be like, hell yeah. Most people that know would be like, hell yeah. Remember the Bill Maher clip we played yesterday? And he was talking about the SNL cast that wouldn't win before Musk bought Twitter. He was just the richest man in the world, and he was hosting Saturday Night Live, and they wanted to protest. They didn't want to be on the show just because he's rich and other people aren't. So there are people that are going to think that this is a bad man because of people like this idiot. Listen to the glee. The MSNBC is announcing that Elon Musk has been demoted and is going to be just used because of DOGE. Check this out.
Musk suffered a humiliating demotion tonight by Donald Trump. The theory that Elon Musk might become, in effect, a co-president.
Co-president? Who in the hell? And by the way, okay. Hey, all right. Okay, because this guy's an idiot. But seriously. President Musk, he can't be because he's not a natural-born citizen. But I'm telling you, hell yeah. Co-president, let's go.
Or the real president, while Donald Trump, in effect, retires to a life of golfing.
Sold.
Suffered a significant setback tonight when Donald Trump announced that he would give Elon Musk a job that does not exist and will last at most 18 months.
Okay. And I swear, if this only takes 18 months to get us back to a balanced budget, 18 months, the man gets sainthood. He gets sainthood if he can pull that off. I love it that they are tearing into this guy. They're tearing into Elon Musk and trying to make it look like he's been demoted when he knew all along, if Donald Trump's elected, I'm going to be the head of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. And I've taken Vivek with me. This is awesome. Let's go. By the way, today on X, Elon Musk was talking about DOGE, and he said the merch is going to be fire. I can't wait to buy merch.
Worst of all, Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, was assigned a working partner who, like Musk, has also never worked in government before.
Perfect. You're qualified. You're hired.
Vivek Ramaswamy, who's not even a billionaire.
He's not even a billionaire. You just said billionaire bad, but now billionaire good. He no billionaire. Are you kidding me? This is glorious. This meltdown is fantastic. This is not going to age well. This is not going to age well. Oh my God. Seriously, please do it in 18 months.
Elon Musk didn't even get his own press release from Donald Trump. He had to share it
Who cares?
With Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Elon Musk got the first shared press release of any of Donald Trump's appointment announcements.
And?
Even the Fox host, who isn't even the richest person at Fox.
What are you talking about? Why is this the richest person thing? Why? Dude, get off this. Get off the richest person thing, because all you're doing to all of us, to we the people, is announcing that they're more qualified because they're not out of touch. They actually look at their bank account and go, okay, can we afford a vacation? Can we not? Yeah. I want these people, all of them in. Let's go.
His own press release from Donald Trump when Donald Trump announced that he would nominate Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense. That's right. A Fox weekend morning host. If all goes well.
Right. And by the Fox morning host. And again, the president of the United States that ran The Apprentice for how many seasons? He's a reality show host. What did anyone of these people are fantastic? They're just absolutely fantastic. The popcorn's popping. This is too much fun. Oh my goodness.
For the personnel in the Trump administration, unlike the last Trump administration, if all goes well, Elon Musk will be the first one kicked out because Donald Trump already kicked him out in the press release announcing his appointment to do a non-existent job. Donald Trump announced, quote, Elon Musk, working in conjunction with Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. If you lead a department...
He doesn't even get the DOGE part. This guy is so in his own bubble, he doesn't even get the DOGE part.
In the American government, you are a cabinet secretary. The Department of Defense is led by the Secretary of Defense. The Department of the Treasury is led by the Secretary of the Treasury, and so on. There is no such thing as the Department of Government Efficiency.
Correct. And there was no such thing as the Department of Emergency Preparedness either until Obama came along. He created that. And they said, oh, Trump gutted it. That's why COVID was so bad. No. But you create departments. Obama didn't really do that a lot. Most of the time, he just said, this is my czar. Remember, that was a W deal, too. This wasn't just a Democrat-Republican thing. It was like a czar, okay? These guys are too off the rails to get approved by the Senate. And by the way, as much as you know I love Elon Musk. I don't know about a Senate confirmation hearing. Who knows what that guy would say? Whew. Yeah, just put him in charge of the Department of, Yeah, in the department, there was no education, Department of Education, right, Rhonda? Until Carter. It's true. You actually add departments. Oh, it's non-existent. MSNBC.
Creating such a thing would require an act of Congress and a budget for such a department.
Don't need a budget. He's a billionaire.
The press release reveals that the Department of Government Efficiency, which does not have an office.
He's pretending like he's trying not to laugh. This is wild to me. Is he trying not to laugh because this is that stupid?
Office or a desk or an office chair.
Doesn't have a desk or an office chair yet.
Anywhere in the government will probably be housed in the executive office building beside the White House because the Trump press release says that the Department of Government Efficiency, quote, will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform.
This is absolutely okay. I'm actually embarrassed for him. I'm stopping. I'm actually, just to save face for him, I'm stopping this. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen on MSNBC, and I've seen Joy Reid show extensively. And Rachel Maddow. That was embarrassing. Talk about sour grapes. That's all that is sour grapes. Elon bought their favorite toy and let everybody play with it. That was their exclusive toy. Remember the blue check mark? And that was just their exclusive toy. That was it. They had the toy. That was it. No one else. These Republicans, these less than us, these plebes, these unwashed masses cannot be on Twitter with us. Elon Musk said, yeah, everybody can. Here you go. And they've never forgiven him for it. Now they're trying to rub his face in the mud, saying that Donald Trump is treating him poorly. The DOGE merch is going to be dope. I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear it around Queen Bee, but we'll see. I'm going to anyway. Donald Trump is already exactly. He's already creating new jobs. He truly is. And do you guys see Don Lemon left Twitter? All is great. I think all is great. X no longer has Don Lemon because the new terms of use that says that if you take Twitter to court, it has to be in the state where Twitter is housed. It has to be in Texas. These people are fantastic. It's just fantastic. Did y'all hear how much the Kamala campaign paid Okra and the Stallion and Eminem? Did you hear this? Okra got $1 million, and she said she didn't. She was approached as she was getting into her SUV in Hawaii, going over that that real estate that she's buying up because it was leveled by something. She said, no, I didn't. The campaign reports $1 million to Harpo or whatever the hell it is. She's into this wow or now or mom or whatever the hell it's called. Depends on which way you're looking at the magazine. OWN. That was it. OWN. I got it. My bad. And see, Eminem got $1.8 million. Now I got to go look at that again because I think he was bouncing around at the end, but I think the only thing he did was introduce Obama at a Kamala rally. That's all I think he did. 1.8 million. And why 1.8? Just a weird number. But anyway, Megan Thee Stallion got $5 million to twerk in front of old ladies holding Kamala signs. It's too good. They all got so much money. They all got so paid. Reverend Al. The white guy made less. They had to make sure. Good job, Chris. They how about this, by the way? Rev, the good Reverend, the race baiting ass, Al Sharpton, the money grubbing punk that he is. Are you ready for this? They paid him $500,000 just to have her on his show. $250,000 donation twice to his rainbow, whatever the hell it is, his money laundering scheme. Kamala ran through $1 billion. Do you remember the Call Her Daddy or something like that? The podcast she did that was absolutely atrocious. That probably lost the campaign for her. Kamala Harris refused to fly to go be on that podcast. So they built, and I'm not kidding you, they built an identical set so Kamala could stay where she was and be coached and have her teleprompters wherever she wanted them. They paid $100,000 to build that set. Looked like it was maybe I could get IKEA and Target. I could do that same thing for maybe a couple grand. Unreal. And we wanted her to fix the economy. I have a plan because I'm from a middle-class neighborhood. Whew, yeah. Don't they have to say something when they're paid to endorse? Only on social media. And that's kind of that's a suggestion, really, and you don't want to be deplatformed. They get away with it a lot because I remember when the Kamala, actually it was during the Biden campaign. So it was during the Biden campaign. And by the way, our decompression session today is fantastic. It was during the Biden campaign where they were sending out the letters to influencers, celebrities, and things like that. And I forget what they said. They said it's not this, but it's this, so you don't have to claim it's an advertisement. They found a loophole there. So they said, make sure you don't put ad or anything like that in there. Yep. What's up, Ma? So they didn't have to claim it. Speaking of those podcasts, listen to this. How about a hard no for AOC?
Which podcasts are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to?
Nope.
I'm interested, like genuinely.
No, you're not.
Let me know which ones specifically, which accounts, which podcasts, etc. Which
Trump
podcasts
voters.
are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to? I'm interested, like genuinely. Let me know which ones specifically, which accounts, which podcasts, etc.
Which might show you one thing, or it might say, you know what? Maybe they get it. Maybe they understand that millions of dollars in celebrity endorsements don't go anywhere, especially since Diddy diddle. It didn't. It's like it didn't help them at all. So they went to these podcasts. So these podcasts are the way to go. Now they want to know how. So which one? What podcast were you listening to? Or you can look at it this way: what podcast do we want to work to shut down? What podcast do we want to label immediately as disinformation? And by the way, I don't know of anyone that voted for Trump and watched the podcast that Trump were on that were watching her live stream. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. She's not even all tarted up like she tries to be. She's just being her. No false advertising. Just here I am. Ain't nobody heading over to that live stream just to see what she has to say. No one at all. What's up? I'm so glad Ma keeps hanging out. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a quick little break from the election. We'll come back to some things that are quite interesting, and I mean quite interesting. But this is one of the funniest things I've seen in a hot minute. Does anybody here? Do you guys ride motorcycles, or do you guys have kids that ride motorcycles? Because I got to tell you, I think the whole look twice for motorcycles thing is silly when the majority of motorcycle people I see are driving like lunatics. Oh, wait, Alfred? Should we please, everybody jump on AOC and say you watch In Other News with Mike Russell, please. Yeah, I would love to jump. Oh, come on. Come on, girl. Get on this show. I would be so nice. I would be so nice. I really would be. I'd be kind. I'd be respectful. But there's no way in hell she could maneuver me in a debate. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Anyway, okay, so Grizz the Harley guy. And does your family get a little nervous, a little tense up when you take off on your Harley, especially like the first time? Because I mean, if my kid rode a bike, I would be I'd be really nervous. I really would be. I would be this lady. But now a lot of the motorcycle riders, they got the GoPros on their helmet or on their bike, right? So did this kid. I can't make this up, guys. Check this out. This is so much fun. This is a quick little mind break here. Check us out.
See ya.
Love ya.
Love you. We'll talk more.
All right. Drive safe.
Yep.
Watch out for idiots.
Parents are always worried if you ride because there's a lot of dumb drivers out there.
Yep.
And well.
Yeah. You know something? She ain't wrong, y'all. She ain't wrong. There's a lot of idiots out there. You guys can't make this up. Watch.
She definitely wasn't wrong.
Trash. He's lucky he's dead. Look, he's lucky he's walking.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Jacob. Fuck
Jacob,
me.
what? What?
Fuck Mom.
Mom!
I'm so sorry, Jacob. Oh,
God damn it, Mom.
I didn't even I didn't even see you. Oh my god.
You came out of nowhere right in front of me. Watch out on the road. Be safe. There's tons of idiots out there, including your ma. I can't with that. Oh my god. Oh, it's so much fun. That's too much fun. Seriously, I saw that. I'm like, where's this going? Like, oh my God, she's going to have to be at the ambulance when he gets, I saw kind of as a dad, my heart went where this was going to go. And it's straight up Mom rear-ended him. Can you imagine? I got to tell you, I've been mad at my mom before, and I've been really mad at my mom before. But I don't know if I'd be as mad as that guy was. Y'all want to know why I was mad at my mom? My mom used to work for Chase Bank, and she used to be in commercial client services, and she had the Diamondbacks as one of her accounts. In 2001, when they were in the World Series, I got a call from my mom. My dad had just died. I got a call from my mom. My mom said, "Baby, I got tickets to Game 1 of the World Series, 5 rows up, first base." I'm like, so happy. She goes, "I'm taking your uncle." I'm not kidding. She said, "But you're a Dodger fan. You're not a D-backs fan." He's a D-backs fan. I'm like, "You raised me on baseball. What do you?" I didn't talk to my mom for a minute. Not kidding. I was like, I'm done. And my uncle actually went there, got drunk, acted a fool too. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have got drunk, but I probably wouldn't have acted a fool. Years later, we were talking about it, laughing about it. Ha, ha, ha. It's a running joke in the family, right? She goes, "Oh, honey, there's something else I have to tell you." She goes, "Actually, I had 4 tickets. I gave 2 to my friends." I didn't know what to do there. Oh man, I'm taking your uncle exactly. Can you imagine? Oh. Yep. So anyway, so I've been mad at my mom. Let's go back to some people don't see. So here's why. Again, I think I've told you guys this. I was watching one of my favorite shows back in the day when I watched TV with the kids back before they were, doing college and dating and all that stuff. We watched TV together. We watched Brain Games and Duck Dynasty. I think we watched more than anything, Man versus Wild. Anyway, at the Brain Games, it was talking about how you when you check your blind spot, is why I say look twice for motorcycles. When you check your blind spot, your brain is telling your eyes, I need to see if there's a car there. And when your eyes are looking for an automobile. They're not looking for a motorcycle. It is very possible for you not to see a motorcycle if it's right there because you're looking for a car. And your eyes say to the brain, you got it. Go ahead. Tell that right foot to push the gas. Let's go. And that's why it's absolutely wild. So that's why I say look twice for motorcycles. I almost hit a cyclist that way because I was going into a roundabout and I just looked left to see if there's a car. No car. Had to hit the brakes because she was right in front of me. My brain did not see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look for everything. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that, Lynn. Yeah, your mother loved you a lot more than mine did. 4 tickets. It gets worse. I'm telling you. Jeez Louise. That was a tough time. My mom and I still doing this. Yeah. When the Dodgers hit the World Series, we're all texting each other, and that's what I said. I said, don't worry. I said, hey, Mom, I got tickets. Don't worry. I'm taking my sister. Yeah. She would have loved that. She really would have loved that. But how funny is that? That guy, the guy's like, okay, Mom, I'll be careful. I know there's idiots out there, and I get hit by my mom. Speaking of idiots, let's just go on an entire idiot rant, and then we can wrap it up here. So let's start with this. I was surprised, and now this is the story as it's being told now. Apparently, Joe Biden completely hosed the Democrat Party. Here's how. Nancy Pelosi wanted a quickie primary. Wanted a quick, let's just go to it, however we're going to do it. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I wanted a quick couple-month open primary. And when they asked Joe to step down, and Joe announced that he stepped down, 30 minutes later, they said this was intentional by the Biden family, immediately endorsed Kamala Harris. There was nowhere to go after that. They had to run her. They had to run Kamala Harris because Biden said, I back Kamala Harris in this. Immediate endorsement. So they said that kind of played into the fact, because I was wondering what the hell happened to Newsom, Governor Batman. What happened to him? Like, why it would have been a different contest, I think, had it been somebody who's buttoned up and can debate, someone who's buttoned up and can run a rally, can speak off the cuff. Buddy, I'm telling you, Grizz, I'm not going to post that. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Please don't say Pelosi. Oh, but how about this? What happened to Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom, check this out. This is Gavin Newsom claiming, I have cured the homeless problem in LA after $24 billion squandered. Here's this ass walking Skid Row to make it look like, look what I have done. Watch this.
Road. But now you need to see afterwards. You see how dirty these streets is? The streets ain't being clean. There ain't no trash cans. See the red trash cans? The red trash cans belong to the business people. They don't belong.
He's getting worked over.
The city can bring out one trash can. They got no one trash can.
Governor, do you speak Spanish well? I think you do, right? No? There's a woman back there that was talking about her kids getting taken while she's living in a tent. It's happening every day.
Always been a housing first framework.
Yeah, but what counts as housing?
This ass is walking in Los Angeles in a $5,000 suit, sipping Starbucks, walking past homeless people, talking about how he fixed it. And now we just need to look to different levels. I'm absolutely, look, I've seen politicians be politicians, and they're most of them are just asshats. This guy takes the cake. If he runs for anything, this needs to be the commercial right here. Him rich-splaining how he's going to fix the poor while he's surrounded by security members in a $5,000 suit sipping an $8 cup of coffee.
It's not safe, it's not working.
So interim housing isn't being prioritized with the new HAP funding?
The HAP money, the prioritization continues to be a framework, not housing.
Yeah, the priority is a framework. They have squandered billions.
Services, shelter, solves sleep, housing, and supportive services.
I know, but like
homelessness.
Yeah.
Interim housing has a role. Rapid rehousing is important. I'm not opposed to shelters, but those are decisions for your local government.
Yep, not me. Look at this guy just looking at people as he's going by with his whole security team. What an absolute piece of garbage.
Or are you doing this for yourself?
We're from Los Angeles Community Action Network.
Okay.
Just always wary when more money is coming for homelessness and housing and not being able to concretely define what housing is because we see, Mayor Bass's so-called success on Inside Safe, where 1/3 of the people that have gone into these hotels have already been either exited or dead.
No, I get it.
And they're not going to permanent housing.
This new round has a whole bunch of accountability and transparency where they're going to have to list everything they're doing, and there's monthly reports that are now required.
Yeah, but I mean, the definition of what is housing, you know what I mean? I'm not saying people.
Well, you'll be able to see what they think it is, and then you can react to that.
And how much? It's $370 for LA?
Yeah.
For the county or for?
Well, it's $837 in this round, but around $370 for.
He's not even talking. That's a staff member talking to this guy.
LA City and County.
Okay.
That's round 5. We got round 6 coming later. That's about $1 billion.
These guys are absolutely insufferable.
Compassion, sir. From a positive perspective, though, you really want to know the truth about.
Dude, these guys, I'm good for them too. Good for them coming at him and not just smooching his booty as they ran through. Can you imagine the talking to that his staff got when they got into that SUV? Can you imagine? Like, why the hell wasn't this cleared? Why wasn't this as clean as when Xi Jinping showed up? What the hell happened here? You can't fix it. And for that guy just to just stroll like a king amongst peasants is just disgusting. No one can make a decent living when rent starts at $1,500 for a closet in a shared bedroom. It's true, man. They just can't. Alfred's bringing it. It's right. It's just very, very sad. But how about the other end of it? How about this? This was probably one of the most disturbing things I've seen in a hot minute, because this is true and it happens all the time. Watch this. This is the opposite. You have the homeless who can't get a leg up, and then you have the freeloaders. These freeloaders, this problem is serious. This problem is real. I have dealt with property management for 15 years. I've dealt with Section 8 housing, and I have seen this with my very own eyes more than I care to remember. Forgot about it for a while until I saw this video. Some of the most disturbing things I've seen in a minute. Watch.
And I live off the government. We don't work. And this morning, it's Sunday. This morning, I asked him where he wanted to go eat lunch because we always go out to eat on Sundays.
Always go out to eat on Sundays. We don't work, but we always go out to eat on Sundays. You understand? We live off the government. We always go out to eat.
And he sat me down and he said, I think it's best that we stop eating out on Sundays, considering Donald Trump got elected and pretty soon we're going to be without a paycheck because he's not going to give us any more money. It wasn't until he said that it hit me how much this election affects our family directly.
Because you're able-bodied, you don't work, and you go out to eat on Sundays. And you're complaining, the well's going to dry up here. I hope it does.
Because now we're both probably going to have to go get a job. And so we're going to miss time with our kids. We're going to miss time together.
I'm sorry, what did Michael Jackson say? You can't feed the baby, then don't have a baby. Mm-hmm.
It's just devastating because before, our country was so great. People could just live off of the government. You didn't really have to work unless you wanted to. But now with Trump...
It's a choice? Do we have a choice? Anyone? Seriously, we have a choice. We have a choice whether we work or not. That's absolutely, and Colin, I appreciate that. Let's back it up so I can be proper here. Sorry. Thank you, sir.
And so we're going to miss time with our kids. We're going to miss time together. It's just devastating because before, our country was so great. People could just live off of the government. You didn't really have to work unless you wanted to. But now with Trump, he's going to force everybody to go to work. And I don't think people realize that how devastating it is to trade your time for money when you could have just had money handed to you from the very beginning. It's awful. And now I'm like, we're not even going to have Sunday lunches out.
Sunday lunches are done. Sunday lunches are done. And yeah, I did miss the the choice the memo that went out. It's like, y'all have to work. Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. You only work if you choose to. I mean, going back to what I talked about on my last show on the Go Show, I was talking about I wanted to have a fishing charter. I wanted to have a fishing and diving charter. It's probably what I would have been doing if it was just a choice. It's like, hell, I just get to do what I get to do. Might run a hunting ranch, something like that. I can't. And I understand this. I'm guessing that this is probably somewhere in Oregon, Seattle, because I actually did know somebody in the industry who got a little tired of being a producer, tired of doing all this working business stuff, packed up the car with everything she had, went to Portland and said, "Hi, I'm new here. I would like my benefits, please." And she got them. She got the housing. She got the food. She got the stipend. She got it all. Immediately in better shape than when she was here because she just showed up and said, "I choose not to work. I'd like to be on the government dime, please." Which falls into, and in our decompression session right around here, I'm telling you, it's going to be fantastic. Which falls right into this next clip because it's really interesting to me how racist the left can be, especially middle-aged white liberals can be the most racist group I've ever seen. White liberal women could be the most racist group ever. And this is what I mean when I say this. She embodies a huge group of people. But if you don't want to work, it's okay. That's why we're bringing migrants in, right?
Lawn maintenance is about to skyrocket. Because 90% of workers in the lawn maintenance industry, they come from Mexico. And whether they're here legally.
Lawn maintenance industry come from Mexico. What hey. Ask my buddy Lupe, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" I'm a turf engineer. The lawn maintenance industry.
Legally or not, Stephen Miller, who Trump's going to put in charge of his mass deportation project,
God bless
is going to deport them.
Nope.
They're also going to deport people who are naturalized citizens.
Nope, not really. They're ending birthright citizenship, but no, naturalized citizens get to stay here, you dingbat.
These are jobs that Americans will not do, okay? American families are not letting their young adults work in the lawn maintenance industry. These companies...
Who had a lawn mowing business? Anyone? Yeah, exactly.
...may be owned by Americans, but their employees are from Mexico.
Mexico. They're all from... Apparently, to this woman, if you are coming here from another country, it's Mexico. Let me tell you something. That ship has sailed a long time ago. We've moved on from Mexico years ago.
So not only will it be harder to find a company, the prices are going to double and triple. And this is going to affect a lot of other industries. It's going to affect our food supply and the housing industry because I don't know if you know this, but there's not a lot of Americans lining up to haul cement in and out of buildings.
Actually, yes, there is.
Good luck.
Wow. The amount of racism there is fantastic. And then, so what do you, now this goes to the work as an option thing. Don't worry, because we're just bringing in millions of people that are going to do the work for us. Okay? All fits in. It all fits in. I think we have an intern nude sighting. Is there an intern nude sighting? Nude. Oh, nope, that's Ozzy. I don't know. I think he came here. Oh, wait. There is an intern nude. Do you want to come say hello to the team? All right, intern Nuge is entered the building, and then we need to wrap up the show because I need to go give him a big fat smooch on the head. Yes, come on in here, get down in here, get down on camera. Intern Nuge, everybody, there he is. That's a good-looking boy. Well, you scoot a little closer so that you don't look like Michael Jackson. There you go. There he is. All right, everybody, now get out of here. Coffee or something like that. Come on, be an intern. No, I don't want coffee. I'm kidding. Such an adorable boy. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, intern news is here. Yes. Oh yeah. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, you big jerk. All right. So let's wrap this up. Let's get a little bit of you know what we're gonna do. I got an idea. So I got a little thing from TMZ, which is fantastic, talking about how the entire industry is just freaking out over this Diddy thing, and there's reason why. And he actually tells us, Levin actually says why. So it's fantastic. But what I will do is I will give you your decompression session brought to you by Mr. Jennings, a montage of probably the best talking head we have seen in cable news history here.
You say, oh, in private meetings, I've seen Joe Biden do cartwheels and handstands while doing trigonometry while solving all the nation's problems. We now know that every single person who said that has been lying to the American people. One day, Donald Trump couldn't hold a glass of water, and we had like every medical person coming out of the woodwork. Should we have the 25th Amendment? Joe Biden could barely walk up the stairs.
And I would argue no proof that tech companies colluded to do this. This is nonsense, and he knows it. No, I'm sorry.
There was a major institutional effort.
No,
there was
absolutely dozens and dozens of them.
Was the New York Post thrown off Twitter?
They were, and then they. Scott, let me try again. Scott,
let's let Kara finish, because she's actually done. She's done the work.
It's really hard to deal with you.
You want to insult me? Go ahead.
No.
If you called Kentucky Fried Chicken and said, I'd like to interview Colonel Sanders. Now, his face is on the bucket. He doesn't make the chicken anymore. In fact, he's not even alive anymore. This is what the Democrats are asking people to do. Vote for the face on the bucket. He was fine and he's strong, and then he's fine today. Nobody believes that. And I just think at some point, then why isn't he running?
It's organic. The entire Kamala Harris campaign has been organic. And so now we're...
What? Organic. This is the literal most manufactured presidential campaign ever. She didn't even run. Well, quite a few people will vote for Harris, so I think we should all open up a head examination doctor's office. We'll have plenty of people to...
In all those categories.
A lot of men think Democrats care more about dudes who want to become women than dudes who just want to be dudes. No, it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
That's not true.
That's crazy, Scott.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading the journalism. I'm pro-journalist here. I'm reading the journalism about Hunter Biden running the ship here. She's like a true double threat. You know, she's terrible on her feet when she gets unexpected questions, and simultaneously, she can't even answer the expected questions. You give me too much credit.
I swear I thought he was going to say better off.
You know, what's a mistake you've made? Nothing. What's a weakness you have? Nothing. What's the first law you want to pass? Nothing. What's a policy difference between you and Joe Biden? Nothing. Over and over and over. Empty, empty, empty. If she were an animal, she'd be a duck-billed platitude.
But look,
it's a total. And Walls himself, who gave the most disastrous response to a question about his own dishonesty about being in Tiananmen Square that I've ever heard. Effectively, what he has said is, sorry, guys, I'm too dumb to tell the truth. Fabrications in his own resume. And his answer was essentially, me no understand words good. I mean, is a buffoon.
Kamala Harris and Tim Walz believes is that it's none of your business what women do with their body. And so stay out of our doctor's offices and stay out of our bedrooms.
Well, I guess I'll have to speak up for the babies. They're not here to speak for themselves.
Damn.
Lord have mercy.
You see her roll her eyes? That's fantastic. All right. Decompression session. Yes. Intern Nuge is the reason why I said he had a giant nugget on his shoulders because he's a big head like his dad. And then the Nugget, he became Nugget, and they started calling him Nuge, and that's what the Nugget. Nuge came from Nugget. That's where it came from. Nuge, the big Nuge. That's where it was. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. What's that Alfred say? KFC Colonel face with bow tie makes it look like he's got small arms and legs. It really does. And if you really take a look at the Starbucks mermaid, that'll throw you for a loop if you really concentrate on that one for a second. Yeah. Family programming. All right, y'all. Let's do this again tomorrow. Thanks for playing along. Like it, share it, do all that fun stuff, and play along tomorrow at noon right here on In Other News. We'll see you at noon.